Hey everyone, Merric here. We're back in the wonderful world of the Universim, and it's time to continue playing around with our settings. Yay! There's not a whole lot to do right now. Again, no update, but that's okay. We're only supposed to get one once a month. But we did have our bi-weekly update where they announced a couple of things, and one of the things that I got in my email said that they'd reached the stretch goal of the nuggetizer. That's right, we're going to be able to in-depth stylize our nuggets. I don't know exactly what it means, but we're going to be able to kind of change our nuggets' appearances and make them look pretty, I guess, or however we want them to look. To a certain degree. I think there will probably be some limitations to keep nuggets, oh, look at the fish! Look at all the fish! I finally found where all the fish on the planet live. It's this one tiny lake. So we're going to be able to actually stylize the nuggets a bit and change them, and they want it to be fairly powerful and reference the Sims on it. My theory is it's going to be more like, you could change their outfits through the eras, and you can change how their hair looks and stuff like that. But I don't know if you'll be able to give them faces and stuff. I guess that's up to the devs, and I think it's awesome. The other thing that they announced is their ending stretch goals. The nuggetizer is the last stretch goal that they will have, and part of that is a very good thing, and that is they don't want to continue to expand the scope of the game. They're running into an issue where they're getting all of these features lined out, and they haven't actually figured out what the scope of the game is going to be. So the fact that they're being cognizant of that and saying, okay, look, it's getting a little bit too big right now, we need to rein it back in and focus on obtainable goals, gives me hope that they're actually going to be able to finish this game. They also said that that isn't the end of the features list. The game will expand once they released with free DLC. Now, let's hope that DLC stays free, because I think paid DLC on a new released game, meaning that they've developed this DLC before the game was published, it's kind of, a punch in the dick, because let's say you pay $50 or $60 or your regional equivalent for a game, and they're like, oh, day one DLC, that's another $15. Why is it another $15? I don't really think it should be another $15. And I'm not discounting the work that went into that DLC. I'm saying roll it into the cost of the actual game and call it part of the game. Now, of course, the caveat to that is going to be, if the DLC comes out a year after release or 3 months after release, should they charge for it? Probably, because it wasn't paid for within the scope of development, even though it may have been planned. So, I'm more bickery about day one DLC than I am any other kind of DLC. So, I'm gonna not rant about the word DLC anymore. But yeah, so they said that there will be future content expansions, and they'll keep developing the game long after release. And I hope that's true. I hope this game is wildly successful, and it just becomes everything we've always wanted a god game to be, where you can literally start a civilization from these potatoes and grow them into a mighty empire that spans the galaxies. Because that's what I want to do. I want to brainwash my nuggets and then spread them through the galaxy like a disease, wiping out all competing life and enslaving those that are too weak to compete. Mammoths! Hi, mammoths! I'm gonna eat you one day. But all that, goal of intergalactic domination is for the future, because it's definitely not in this game yet. Our nuggets can't live for 20 minutes, much less the generations that it will take to get to space nuggets. One day, though, we'll have space nuggets. One day. Until then, we're going to play with a couple of settings. It was recommended that I let nuggets rest. I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So I'm gonna set this to rest. and see what that does. It was like something like 10 minutes of, like, not 10 minutes, like 2 minutes of work and 30 seconds of rest or some shit like that. Well, they're resting now. Either that or that was just a big gangbang that just got organized right in front of us. Yep, that was a big gangbang that just got organized right in front of us. That is literally what just happened. Okay. You know, it would be more efficient if it were 2 males and 2 females in there. I'm not judging you. I'm not saying that you can't have love like that. You can love however you want under the rule of Merric. I just need babies, okay? And you know, love really doesn't have to... It wasn't 2 people, it was 3 people. Ah, our education system is failing so hard. They can't even count the number of people involved. And it wasn't like there was 30. There were 3. You got that many fingers? I'm assuming. Well, I mean, the males can count to 3 with appendages that exude from their bodies, at least. Females technically could do 4, right? I don't know. But we've got another person. That person's going to do that. We should probably queue up the constructor's hut. Now you may notice that I haven't done any kind of technology. That's right. This is going to be a no-tech run. We're not going to have any technology at all. We're just going to see what happens. Also, this is going to be a little bit shorter. I'm probably only going to play around 20 minutes. I'm a little bit behind on my recording schedule and need to make sure that I can get everything done so you guys don't have any interruption in content. Because that would actually be really disappointing for me. So, look at this lonely bastard. Oh no, wait, there are other fish over here. So he's just the rejected fish. They're like, you go over there into your little pond, and he's like, well, I'm gonna swim through the earth, so fuck you. Because that's literally what just happened. There he is. Swimming through the ground. Okay, I can't look at that. That's creepy. You all need to make spears and go kill these demon fish. Okay? That's creepy. So rest doesn't seem to be really changing anything. After a long day of work, nuggets will make their way home for a nap. It's merely an unfortunate side effect of fleeting mortality, you see. It's not any fault of yours. Besides, rebooting your workers every day sounds like a pretty great way of keeping them healthy. I don't really understand what this is. I think that this isn't implemented yet, in all honesty. I'm going to say that now, that portion of the nugget controls just don't exist yet. Like God powers, they've given it some thought, but it hasn't panned out yet. So we got an extra worker. We're going to make him a constructor. He's going to hopefully finish the constructor's hut, and then we'll change his job title to Constructor Hut Man. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo, Constructor Hut Man. Hey, we had twins. Wonderful. Our population's 17. I don't see 17 people there. I see 8. So I really don't know why this... It's now 18. I really don't know why this number just keeps going up and down like this. It doesn't make any sense. My planet population is not that. So I think that's broken too. You know, my population numbers just... How did it increase? Honestly, I believe that's potential population, not literal population. Like, I could support 19 people. I don't think I could. I don't think I'm responsible enough for that. You know, I'm pretty good at killing these guys off about halfway through their lifespan. So, yeah. You don't want to add a whole another 11 other people on that. 20. Oh, 14 other people now. How did I go up 3? It went up 1 and I added 3, so now we're up to 700 people. Oh no! Oh, math. It's the worst. Are you done with that? Come on. And why are we cutting down this food tree? Why wouldn't we build, you know, the house over here and over here instead of right on a food source? Is it because we have just all the food we could ever need and it's not a problem anymore? I think that's what it is. Apply. You get to be a constructor nugget. Constructor nugget. Online. How crazy would it be if these guys were like Transformers and they're like, this is their final form? I don't know. I don't know how Transformers work. They're nuggets in disguise. So like when they transform, they just turn into McDonald's chicken nuggets and they just kind of lay there and look at you like, what'd you want? We're nuggets, you moron. And that's how that works. I really need somebody to grow up. There we go. Get to work, you lazy shits. We've got stuff for you to do. We keep losing workers. I don't know why that went down. Come on. Don't fail me now, you lazy bastards. Everybody swing your hammers. We gotta make some loving pads. Look, we got some extra blueberries. And they kept the fruit tree, so we're good. We've got all the food we need. Right? Why are they leaving to get food? Just pick the blueberry bush. I do think that it's interesting that we have decorations, decoratives, whatever, these little house decorations, and they're like a blueberry bush and a fruit tree, but we don't actually harvest the fruit blueberries off of them yet. I find that amusing. And how come these bushes don't have snow on them? You know? Some of these plants are just like, fuck you, winter, I don't have to listen to you. You're not my dad. I mean, they're not wrong. I'm not their dad. I didn't create the planet. I just created the people that are going to destroy it. It's not my fault this planet was here. Okay, can we get more people? Like, can we have some more babies made? I get nervous when we aren't making babies. Like, you guys are running around in leaves. It should just be all banging all the time. Maybe it does. Maybe they're resting too much. Let's put it to extreme and see if extreme sex happens. Extreme sex! Sponsored by Mountain Dew and Doritos. The cheesiest of sex. Oh, that would just be the weirdest thing. Doritos flavored condoms. Mountain Dew flavored lube. $1 billion marketing idea. Call me. Oh god. I could just imagine the commercials. just some, like, you know, skateboarding guy with dirty hair laying in the bed covering himself in nacho cheese powder from a bag of Doritos going, yeah baby, give me some of that Dew lube. Oh man, extreme. And then like she does a double backflip on top of him, or he, you know, I don't want to exclude the same-sex demographic there. You guys can enjoy the extreme Dorito and Mountain Dew lube as well. It's for everybody. Oh god, that'd be the worst. Oh, just the smell alone would be awful. I'm gonna be honest, I actually really used to love Mountain Dew. I drank a lot of Mountain Dew, and now it makes me nauseous. I think I'm getting old. It's like I hit 32 and I was like, all of a sudden Mountain Dew was just like, nah, that's not good anymore. You want wine and cheese and cognac. I've never had cognac, but it sounds like an old person drink. It's like I sat down with a sniffer of cognac and a cigar and read a book. Actually, I love reading, so I don't know why I would make reading a book an insult. But there you go. That's what I did. Books are awesome. Read books, kids. Books are the ultimate way to experience imagination. I really wish that Reading Rainbow came back in a bigger way. They had that awesome Kickstarter, and they made a whole bunch of money, but I've never really heard any updates on it as to whether it came back in a huge way. You know, come on, LeVar Burton. How high can you fly? Come on. Reading Rainbow it up. I do know they weren't going to do a TV show in the traditional sense, that they were going to go for like a web-based platform where it used mobile apps and websites to deliver content. So that could be why it's a little more silent than I would like. But I used to love that show as a kid. Reading Rainbow was amazing. I watched the crap out of that show. I was a huge nerd. Loved reading books. R.L. Stine was my jam as a growing lad, and yeah, I still read today. I highly recommend it. We haven't really talked much about the game, but I'm kind of just letting it do its thing. You know, there's not a whole lot to talk about. I could research some tech, but I really don't want to. We're just kind of letting it go. We're just gonna see what happens. I think basically the same thing that always happens is going to happen until they push a major update. So I hate to say it, but I think we're going to rotate Universim onto the hold list until an update or two passes. I might make like one video or one or two videos to explore new content whenever an update does come out each month. But until some major change has happened, we've seen everything that's going on in the game. There's just not much happening right now. I said this in the last episode. I really wish they would hurry up and get past this quote-unquote 20-minute limit where nuggets basically potatoize? Become potatoes. I wonder what the act of becoming a potato would be called. Potatoization? I like it. I like potatoization. When they get to the point where potatoization doesn't happen so instantly, at that 20-minute limit, we'll be able to have much more enjoyable playthroughs. I also think it would be nice if they would work on getting some adverse effects ironed out, as well as saves. Oh, saves would be so great. Just the ability to save my potato colony right now and pick it up next week would do wonders for me playing this even longer, because then we could just see how long can I make my potatoes bang and survive before they just completely die out. That's something I would really enjoy doing. I would definitely torture the shit out of my nuggets like that. It's like, you shall bang. But there's only 2 of us left and we're females. Make a baby anyways. Nature always finds a way. Ian Malcolm ruling the universe, and then they don't, and they die, and I'm just like, you're a disappointment to me and your mother. And they didn't hear me because they were dead. But they know how much of a disappointment they were. So, you know, don't be a disappointment, kids. Listen to the voices in the sky. Don't listen to the voices in the sky. They never tell you good things. The penguins and kangaroos do not need to be free. At least that's what my therapist tells me. Alright. Do we have more babies? Oh, look at that. We're up to 10, which means we're up to a population of 138. I don't know how that number works. That doesn't make any sense. Well, we've made them extremely productive, which means they're going to bang in extremely productive ways, I guess. ABBA's like, keep on working, baby. We're gonna make some babies and then put them to work so that they can then love each other. You know, I have to ask, at this point, is there any genetic diversity? I don't think that there are enough generations for genetic drift to have happened. So this family tree has no branches. I'm just going to point that out. 0 branches on this family tree. Everybody's family loving. Do 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 do. Brother, sister, cousin loving. On Universim. Yay! So that's how the universe was born. And then quickly bred itself out. Although the mammoths aren't dead yet. They're doing okay. Look at them. There's 5 of them. I thought there were 6. Did one of them leave or die or what? No, no, just 5. Counting is hard. Where'd that wolf go? Is there a wolf over here too? See, I would like to see animals thrive as well, but it's evident that animals don't have any more AI work done than the nuggets do. I think they basically just walk around until they starve to death. Which is at about 30 minutes they start dropping dead, and you notice that they're dead because you're just bored and running around the world waiting for your nuggets to also then drop dead. Yeah, it's a big death spiral is basically what we're talking about here. So there we go. We've got 13 nuggets. One of them's a baby. We got some love happening in 2 different rock piles, which is always nice. But this is what's gonna happen until basically they potato. I forgot the word already. They become taters, and at which point they stop living and just die. But not like instantly. No, even when they do die, they basically slide around the ground for a few hundred years, terrorizing the colony into sterilization, and then next thing you know, you're extinct. And I'm just wondering how this happened. There we go. Yep, a day has died. Rest in peace. How much you want to bet that a day does not rest in peace? Just rest in peace. No, I will not go into the light. Oh! And then he's just gonna run around dead. Because he's dead. Dead. He rests in peace. That was the longest William Shatner style death sequence I've ever seen, and the fucker is still just dragging himself across the ground. It's like, but I'm dead. Also, the reason this happens is because the AI is still pathed to a location, so it's like, I'm walking, here's my destination. The guy's died on the way, and so he's walking at speed 0 point whatever, and they haven't really set it up to shut off from that. So that's why you get the face sliding dead people. They enter the dead state, but the AI, the character mover, I should say, is still moving them to their destination. At least that's my theory. I mean, I'm assuming that they use an A-star pathfinding system with waypoints to determine where they're going. They could use something different. I don't know. I haven't looked at their code. I don't know why they would, though. It would just be weird to use a more complex system for this. Anyways, let's not talk design theory. Let's talk wrapping it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's a little bit shorter. We'll get to longer ones when there's more to do in this game. And like I said, it's going to go down to when there's an update, I'll push out another video, series, set, chunklet, whatever you want to call it. And then once we have the ability to save, we'll be doing long plays of this bad boy, and it's going to be amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like. If you have any comments, suggestions, throw them in the comment section below. And of course, if you enjoyed this and you haven't subscribed, consider clicking that good old subscribe button, and YouTube will let you know when I get fresh content out. All that being said, I'll see you next time. I don't really think they're assigned houses yet, which is a little sad. I think there should be. I think you should have to sleep outside till you get a house built. Alright, 2 more people. Woohoo! We don't really need another food gatherer. We need